What's up everybody, it's Voodoo51292 and this is my channel update for the week of Sunday March 12th through, Monday March the 12th through Sunday March the 18th of 2012. And I am doing this a day late on Tuesday instead of Monday. There's a couple reasons for that. Reason number one is I was waiting to find out whether or not Gamefly was actually going to send me the game that I'm planning on doing this week today, because for some reason Gamefly decided to send the game today on release day when usually they send it a day before on Monday. So I wanted to make sure and confirm that I was going to even have the game that I wanted to do this week before I made a video talking about it. And also I wanted to give Voodoo's Brew episode 5 a full day to sit as the featured thing on my channel so that people would know it was there and would check it out. That's episode 5. So we'll talk about all that stuff coming up, but let's talk about last week to start. So last week again was a very slow week, almost nothing gameplay wise on the channel, and it was really kind of a transition week for me. And you know, let me explain a little bit of that. I was having some issues. I was kind of at a crossroads with my channel. Not really completing a lot of playthroughs so far this year, playing some really bad games to start off 2012, and sort of losing interest in doing the YouTube channel for a variety of reasons. Bad games. I really wasn't having fun. The participation on my channel kind of went down, and I was kind of stagnant. So last week I decided that I was going to stop my playthrough of Binary Domain. Not that it was a bad game, okay, because I didn't play enough of it to even know whether or not it was a good or bad game, but it was one of those games where, again, it was just a game that seemed very average to me. It was a game that, again, I had no prior, desire to really play the game. I was just playing the game because it came out, and I was going to do it for the channel. And I was kind of tired of doing that, and I said, I don't want to force myself to play through another game that not necessarily is bad, it's just not a game that I really am that interested in to want to play it. And I know that the quality of my videos suffers when I force myself to play games that I really don't want to, because my commentary isn't very good, because I don't want to be playing the game. I have trouble making myself play the games. So I stopped and I only had 8 videos up of the playthrough, so I just took them off of YouTube. There's no point in having 8 videos up of a game. So Binary Domain I decided to not do. And I guess the big thing from last week is I made a video basically talking about why my channel was kind of slow, this crossroads that I was at, and explaining a little bit about why things weren't moving as fast and as swimmingly as they had a year ago. And to my pleasant surprise, I got a lot of positive feedback on that video. I got a lot of comments from people, and they're pretty decent. The comments were either encouraging, telling me to just keep it up, that people enjoyed what I was doing, and also that some advice for me. And most of the comments pretty much said, for me to do what I want with my channel, to take the channel in the direction I want, because that's what makes the channel good quality, is for the person doing it to be 100% into it, enjoying it, and playing stuff that he or she likes and enjoys to do. And, I respect those comments and I appreciate them. A couple of the people commented about the quality of the videos again, which I respond with the same thing I've been responding forever. Somebody wanted me to get an HD PVR. I've said 100 times I'm not getting a PVR. Maybe that person is new to the channel, so I don't fault them, but I'm not getting an HD PVR. My deal is camera and live commentary, always has been. And and as far as getting an HD camera, I've talked about this before, there's a lot of reasons I can't get one. I don't have the money to get one. The files are going to be too big. I don't have that kind of memory on my computer or my 3 external hard drives, which I filled up in 2011 with just regular quality videos. I don't have the space to save HD videos. and it already takes me a good amount of time to upload videos right now because I don't have a very amazing internet connection. And if I were to film in HD, it would take me even longer to upload videos. So there's a bunch of different reasons why I'm not getting an HD camera right now. It's not in my radar. I think the quality of my videos is pretty decent, okay? I don't think it's that bad. I know it's not amazing, crystal clear, and a lot of times the words may be a little fuzzy, but I think my quality is decent, and I don't think it's the quality that's stalling my channel. I'll just say that, okay? But yeah, so basically, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. I did do some gameplay last week. I did another set of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. I just had the desire to play some, so I did and put it up. Pretty funny matches. If you haven't seen them, I recommend you go check them out. They're dated to sometime last week, so you can go check those out. Alright, so basically, I am going to be trying to potentially take the channel in a new direction as far as it does not mean I'm going to stop playing new releases. It just means that I'm probably not going to be playing every release under the sun, alright, like I used to. Or at least, not every release under the sun, but every release I could possibly cram in under the sun, alright. And I have a good opportunity to kind of see what it's going to be like, or what it would be like if I ran the channel more, you know, taking a break from some of the new releases that I don't really have a particular vested interest in playing, and just playing stuff I want to play, because there is like a month break coming up between the end of March and the end of April where there's no new releases that I have any interest in playing, and so I'm basically going to have a month or so to run the channel my way and to put up stuff that I want to play and some fun stuff. And I have a lot of cool things planned for that break time. I've mentioned it, but I have a co-op playthrough of Halo Anniversary Edition with my friend Chris. I have possibly a couple of special playthroughs to do. I have a lot of stuff that I can do during that break that I think everybody's going to enjoy. And I'll see what the feedback is on it, and I'll judge it from there, because I have a feeling that during that month the gameplay I do is going to be a lot of fun. It's stuff I want to play, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm excited about that. So you'll kind of see as we move along the evolution of my channel. Again, it's not going to be that different, because honestly, after that break, there's a lot, pretty much all the games that I have on my list after the break to get are games that I have a vested interest in playing, that I'm actually like, I want to play this game. Not games like Binary Domain or Syndicate, where I'm just like, well, to be fair, I did want to play Syndicate after the demo, but it was horrible. At least the co-op was, and then I never got the game back to do a single-player campaign playthrough of it. But not games like Binary Domain, where, you know, I don't have a vested interest. I'm just doing it to be doing it. And I hope to God it's not a game like Twisted Metal, which was just an awful game. So we'll see it. You know, in the future there are a lot better games coming out. There's a lot more quality games being released April onward. So I mean, the quality of games, in my opinion, so far this year have been awful, save for a couple of games. Okay. Other than that, the quality of games have been like shit. So there are games that have a lot more potential, a lot more promise, that are set to release later this year, that it will probably make it a lot easier for me to run my channel and do gameplay if I'm playing a game that A, I want to do from the start, and B, is actually, hopefully, a good game. So we'll see as we go, alright? But, so I did make that video last week. I do want to thank everybody who supported me, who left comments. I appreciate it, and I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of reaction I got from the video. So thanks, guys. I'm glad that I have people who watch this stuff and do care about me and what I do on the channel, alright? But mainly what I did last week was off camera. I actually played a ton of the game Mass Effect 1. As I've said for a long time, I'm trying to go through this series of Mass Effects so that I can do a playthrough of Mass Effect 3 later this year. And actually, in fact, tonight, as soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to jump back on Mass Effect, and from what Chris has told me, I'm very close to the end of the game, and so I'm actually probably going to try to beat Mass Effect 1 tonight. And so yeah, I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect over the week, having a real good time with it. and enjoying myself, you know, kind of relaxing and playing stuff I want to play. So that seems to be the way to go for me right now. But the final thing we did last week was, as I mentioned, episode 5 of Voodoo's Brew. We had Travis on as a guest from TGP Gaming HD, and we didn't have really a whole lot to talk about because, like I said, there's really not been anything going on particularly on any of our channels of anything that much significance, and there really hasn't been that much going on in the gaming news either, so we just kind of sat there and talked and just chat pretty much. We didn't really have a schedule of things to talk about last episode, but people still seem to like it, and it honestly seems like Voodoo's Brew is one of the biggest successes on my channel, I have to say, because when I put it up, it actually gets a good, decent amount of views, decent amounts of comments, people saying that they enjoy the episodes, and, you know, good amount of thumbs up and stuff like that. So I think Voodoo's Brew is doing well. I really do. I'm excited about it. I think it's performing well, and we'll keep it going once every 2 weeks as long as we can. So I'm excited about that. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. Voodoo's Brew episode 5, and that pretty much caps off what happened last week. So moving forward, talking about what's going to happen now that the channel is kind of in a series of change, hopefully for the better. But this week coming up, alright, there are 2 more games that I have an interest in playing before the month-long break. And the first game is Silent Hill Downpour, and then Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. So this week, Silent Hill Downpour comes out, and I am going to do it, okay, because I actually do want to play Silent Hill Downpour before I go into it, because I've never played a Silent Hill before, and so far the reports I've heard is that the game's actually pretty good and pretty fun. And so obviously those are positive reports, which I like. I'd like to play a good game, or at least a decent game. Not a game that sucks, but at least a decent game. And I think it'll be a little change. There's not that many horror games, honestly, that come out. And I think I only have maybe a couple games that you could consider horror on my channel. I mean, I have Dead Space 2, and then Dead Island. I don't know how much of a horror game that really is. And Fear 3 was supposed to be a horror game. I don't know how well that did at achieving that goal. But yeah, I don't have a ton of it, and it's not a genre that has a ton of games released for it. Now we're having 2 in a row with Silent Hill and Raccoon City. So I do want to do Silent Hill Downpour this week. I'm, again, probably not getting it until Thursday because Gamefly sent it today randomly instead of Monday. But if I get it on Thursday, hopefully I can start playing it. Now, I do have 2 more tests next week, so Silent Hill Downpour may be an ongoing project. I do want to do some gameplay of Operation Raccoon City next week, so Silent Hill may be a game that I take a little while to beat, I'm going to be honest, because I want to try to play it this weekend, but then there's 2 tests next week that I have that are big that I have to do well on and dedicate time to, and then, you know, I want to do some gameplay of Operation Raccoon City, and then of course there's the month break, so I'll have time in there to finish Silent Hill. So it may take me a little while to get through, but I'm planning on starting Silent Hill this week, potentially Thursday. Now, as far as any other gameplay footage this week, it's possible I could come up with something. If I beat Mass Effect tonight, then maybe tomorrow on Wednesday I may have something just random to put up. I don't know. Gotham City Imposters DLC still has not come out on PlayStation 3, if you can believe that. I mean, I can. I'm not that surprised. PS3 never gets DLC anywhere close to being on time, so I can't do that, unfortunately. So maybe I'll have some gameplay footage for you before Thursday. Maybe I won't. I'm not really sure. But yeah. Now, when I beat Mass Effect, I'm actually going to be doing a game review of Mass Effect, and you might be wondering why, considering it's an old game, 5 years old actually, and it's because I never played Mass Effect. It's my first, you know, game of the series, and I have some things I want to say about it. And maybe with the release of Mass Effect 3, maybe there's some people who have 360s who, for whatever reason, never got into the Mass Effect series, but now they see Mass Effect 3, and maybe they want to jump in and play the games because they're interested. So, plus it's my review. You know, I can just tell you what I think of the game, what I think the game score should be rated, even if nobody watches it, for the purpose of seeing whether or not they want to get the game because it's 5 years old, they can watch it just to see what I thought about the game, especially since I don't have a playthrough up for you to watch. So I'll be doing a game review of Mass Effect 1 once I complete it. Yeah, that's what's coming up. Now, Operation Raccoon City, some things to clarify, alright? And because originally I thought that it was a co-op campaign, and I had planned on Brandon and Travis doing the co-op campaign with me. Then, from what I read last night, it seems like, or 2 nights ago, it seems like, from what I read, it made it seem like there is no co-op campaign mode. But then now I think that there actually is a co-op campaign mode. I don't know, I'm very confused about what the co-op thing is for Raccoon City. I don't really know. So I'm just going to have to pretty much wait till I get the game to figure it out. But I know there is some kind of co-op gameplay. I'm playing it with Brandon and Travis, and potentially the Air 8 Lord, he contacted me and said that maybe he could do it with us. If he didn't do it with DSP and Rambo, I don't know. So maybe him too, but we'll have to see. Like I said, I don't know what the co-op gameplay is for sure. I can't find a really clear answer anywhere online, so we'll find out. Whatever gameplay there is, we'll do it. If the single player, like I said, I don't know if the co-op is the same thing as a single player, but if there's a separate single player campaign, I may or may not do it depending on how much I like the co-op, because from what I've heard, the pre-reviews of this game, or the previews I guess, say the game is not good and that the gameplay sucks. So I'm really not in the mood to play a shitty game. So we'll just have to see. I have enough things that I want to do over the break that, you know, if I still have Silent Hill that I have to do and all that other stuff, then I probably will just skip the single player of Raccoon City if it's that bad. But we'll see what happens with it. That's a new approach I kind of want to take with the channel. I don't want to make set plans for sure, because it seems like every time I make set plans, I don't keep them, and I'm sure that probably pisses people off. So I don't want to make 2 set plans. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna beat the game this week, and I'm gonna do it, and you know, we'll see. I'm gonna be a lot more laid back, I think, with the new mindset of the channel going forward. I'm just gonna relax and let things happen. That's why it's more important now than ever for you, I think, to follow me on Twitter, which is @voodoo51292. Follow me over there, because I will be tweeting up all sorts of things about when I'm playing a game, when I'm starting a game, when I'm uploading a game. And since I'm not going to be making that concrete of plans anymore unless I know for a fact that I'm doing something, that's probably the best. Not probably, it is. It's the best way that you can find out what I'm doing when I'm doing it, because these updates are going to be a lot more general overview now than specifics. So if you want to know what my plans are on a day-to-day basis, follow me over there on Twitter @voodoo51292. Pretty much all I post up is stuff related to the channel, so go over there, follow me. That's a good way to do it. So I guess that's it for this week. A lot of stuff to talk about. I'm excited. Hopefully the channel goes in a better direction. I'm really looking forward to the time that I have off from, you know, a set game coming out during that time period. I'm excited to have the freedom to do whatever I want and not feel bad about it. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you for everybody who sent me support. I appreciate it. Go check out the Voodoo's Brew episode 5, the Modern Warfare stuff from last week. And please, the video about why my channel's been slow in 2012, if you haven't seen it, please go check that out, and it'll pretty much explain everything that I'm talking about now. If this whole new channel direction is news to you, go watch that video. It explains everything. So Silent Hill Downpour this week, starting Thursday, potentially, if I get the game on Thursday. Game review of Mass Effect should be coming soon, if I beat it. And is there anything else this week? Maybe some gameplay footage Wednesday night, but I'm not sure. Other than that, I don't really think I have anything else. So, alright guys, thanks. I'm Voodoo51292, and I will see you guys later in the week with some Silent Hill gameplay and some other stuff. So, thanks, and I'll see you later.